Previously on Wandering Wagners. It cost us $20 a night, which is a little steep in my opinion for a dry campground.
There's a total of 700 watts of panels there, and we're bringing in 529.
Not bad.
Not bad.
We have arrived at our next destination, which is Sandusky RV Resort.
It's brand new.
It is. It just opened Memorial Day weekend of this year.
And that was how many days ago?
Probably a couple, maybe 2 weeks or so. Close enough anyways. So they have a couple phases. Only phase 1 is open. Phase 2 will open at a later date. We'll take a look around and show you what they got going on. But I mean, all the sites are pretty freaking nice. It is definitely has that resorty feel to it though.
And it's got the brand new feel to it too, because there's like zero shade. There's zero trees.
Yeah.
Which we tend to like to stay away from trees, but we know most people like the shade.
Yes. We are okay with some trees, but prefer no trees, because no trees means no trees will crash and kill us.
Nothing can fall on us.
Nothing can fall on us here. So we are actually here celebrating something pretty freaking special. Right, Mikey?
I suppose.
I suppose. It's actually our wedding anniversary today, 16 years, so yay for us.
So here's the thing, is everybody likes to count the years that they were married. I like to just count the complete total time we've been together, which would be 19.
Yeah, so we've been together for 19 years, and
I mean, it doesn't, the years we're married doesn't cancel out when we started dating.
no, but I mean, people don't generally get married on the same day that they start.
I just say that we're together 19 years. I mean,
yeah, I mean, it's true. It's not wrong, I can tell you that much. But how long have you guys been together? If with your significant others, leave a comment below and let us know. I'm going to be grilling us up some nice top sirloin filet steaks. Got my grillaholics here. I got my salt, garlic, butter, or salt, pepper, garlic plus butter, and the Brazilian steakhouse rub. And I'm going to do it a little different. I'm going to also use my spray. I have a video of my spray. I will link it. It's a YouTube short. So if you guys are interested in that recipe, that's where you can find it.
guess it's steak time.
Yep, I just pulled off the corn on the cob. I'm gonna throw on our steaks. They look freaking awesome. Spray them down with my spray. Here we have it. Finished product. Steak, potatoes, and an ear of corn from our garden. Piper.
Somebody wants some.
Piper. Actually, Piper probably wants these. She loves the little rounds. Look at how good the wraith looks. So they have what's called a communal fire pit area, and this is it. It's actually kind of looks pretty cool. They've got some really nice outdoor furniture and gas fire pits in there with the turf. I mean, that's pretty cool. I don't think I've ever seen a communal fire pit like this type before. And over on this side is the stage 2. It's not open yet over here, but will be, I'm guessing pretty soon. It looks like it's almost about done. Still working on the playground. Looks like they're gonna have a jumping pillow. Looks like they have pickleball courts. Not too bad. What I noticed over here at the stage 2, or whatever you want to call it, is they're all back-ends over here. They are all still full hookups, concrete and blacktop pads, but the spaces where the picnic tables are going to go is smaller than what we have. It's just a little bit skinnier and shorter that way. Which would you guys prefer? Would you prefer a back-in site like over here, or would you prefer a pull-through site like what we have with the motorhome currently? I'm not sure how many campsites in total this park will have when it's all said and done, but it looks like a lot. Just keeps going and going and going. It kind of looks like I could take the Jeep and hop that hill though. That would be kind of fun. Put the dogs in the Wraith to stay cool in the AC, and we're gonna go on a little adventure.
Go on a stroll down memory lane.
Yeah. One of the reasons why we came here to Sandusky was because that's where we had our first date. We had our very first date here in Sandusky. We kind of wanted to like reminisce since it's our anniversary weekend.
And I don't want to say I grew up in Sandusky. I lived in Sandusky till I was about 4th grade, and then we moved over to Marblehead. And of course, we're talking about Sandusky, Ohio, and Marblehead, Ohio.
Correct. Yeah, so we're gonna see what we can get ourselves into. We might actually go to the place where we had our very first date and subsequent first kiss. Aww.
Maybe we'll start the tour with the house that I grew up in.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, we don't really miss this.
No, this is technically Perkins Township, but everybody calls it Sandusky.
Yeah, I mean, it's to us when we were quote unquote locals. That's pretty much what we called it.
There's the Applebee's where we met.
Yeah, there it is. That's where we had our first kiss.
Like I said, but we're gonna start the tour where I grew up, but it's a long ways through town to get there.
Yeah, and with a light every, 500 yards or whatever.
I couldn't even tell you how many years it's been since I drove down this stretch.
Man, it's been a while. It's been a minute.
So this is Fulton Street. That church, that's St. Mary's.
Yep.
And we lived across the street from it. We got like another block up here, and it'll be our old house.
One of my sisters got married at St. Mary's. One thing I don't like about Sandusky is their street layouts. It's like a wagon wheel type. Nothing matches up.
It's terrible. It's beyond terrible. Okay, so there it is. 421 Fulton Street.
Okay, that one right here. Burp. Right there.
So that garage wasn't always there. There was a house there. The house looks a lot different because, they added a garage. The driveway used to be on the other side.
Yeah.
Now it's yellow in that picture, but it was painted white when we lived there. But, it looks the same, but different. Because, see, like, the house was gone and the driveway's on the right side.
Yeah, if there was another house, like, right there where that garage is, that's tight.
Now, I lived. My bedroom was those top 3 windows in the front.
Oh, okay.
The 3 bedrooms were upstairs for myself, my older brother, my younger brother, and my parents had their bedroom downstairs. And not too long ago, the house came up for sale, and it was like $25,000 or something. But it was trashed.
Yeah.
So whoever owned it, like, completely redid it and sold it for over $300,000.
Yeah, someone flipped it and got a good deal. I mean, it looks nice now.
Yeah.
How does it feel? Reminiscing.
I don't miss Sandusky.
Yeah.
I never liked it. I still don't.
Yeah. Well.
But then again, like I grew up in Marblehead, and I hate Marblehead.
I know.
I hate Marblehead.
You did live in Port Clinton for a little bit of time after you were already in Bellevue and all these other places.
Yeah, I kind of bounced around. Even like after I was an adult, I lived in Sandusky for just a short minute.
Yep. When I met you, you actually lived in Norwalk. So.
And funny story about where I lived is back that direction. We'll head back that way and show you where I lived. This is where I went to school. I don't know, 1st, 2nd grade, maybe something like that. I guess maybe up to 4th grade. Yeah. Now it's like a church or something.
Yeah.
But it was Madison School.
I see it, Madison School.
Yeah, but now it's Spirit and Truth Ministries.
Yep.
We are on Decatur Street, where I lived for a short time. And Decatur Street used to go straight ahead, but you can see Firelands Hospital is all over the place this here.
Yeah.
So the house I lived in when I was, I guess, an adult, a very young adult, 20 something, it was somewhere in this area where the parking garage is.
Right in the parking garage.
Firelands Hospital bought a chunk of residential area and flattened everything and made a parking garage.
Yeah, because their hospital's pretty big, so.
So this is where my grandparents lived. Let's see if I can just recognize the house. It all looks so familiar but different.
Different, yeah.
There it is. On the left here, 521.
Okay. I thought it was on the left.
Yep, that was my grandparents' house. On the right there is the Sandusky Police Department. And that's where my grandpa worked. He retired from there. He was a cop for 25 years. I was pulling the parking lot, I guess. Yeah, he retired in 1994.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. So that's going back a ways.
Yeah.
And rewinding back a long time, when I was like 22 or something like that, the Sandusky Police Department was hiring for 2 officers. And I went to the, whatever you call it, the test, written testing you do. And there was probably, I don't know, 100 plus people there.
Wow.
Yeah. And you fast forward a couple weeks, and then they called me back to do the physical ability test or whatever, evaluation, where you got to run and sit-ups and push-ups. You had to jump over a fence and all kinds of stuff. So I did that, and then I got called back again for just kind of like, I don't want to call it an interview, just kind of like a face-to-face thing, I guess. And then like a month or two after that, I got a letter in the mail that says, sorry, we made our selection.
And it wasn't you.
And it wasn't me. But, you know, I got my Class A CDL when I was 18 years old. So at that point, I was already, like, established in a career.
Yeah.
You can't be a cop till you're 21 anyway. So, I mean, I was already in a career. At this point, I'm 42 years old. I'll be 43 in a couple months. And, I mean, currently I'm a manager at truck driving school and licensed by the state of Ohio as a CDL license examiner. So, I mean, I don't have any regrets, I guess. I mean, I'm happy with where I'm at. But my life could have taken a completely different direction.
Very different.
Boy in the boot fountain.
Bunch of people out there. Right.
We're gonna do it. We're gonna go back to Applebee's where we had our very first date ever. And if I recall, maybe, I know you'll correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we parked somewhere over on this side.
Yes, we kind of parked right where that van is.
Yeah, we were in one of these spots here.
Park over here.
I remember I got here first, I was waiting, I was like, she's gonna ghost me.
And I didn't.
I did not. So we kind of talked for like a minute or two, and then we're like, all right, let's go in. And I remember specifically making you go first. Now, I'm much more mature now than I was back then. But the reason why I made Lynn go in the door first is because I wanted to check out that butt. That's the whole reason. We're sitting on the opposite side. When we were here the first time, it was like little like steps up, and it's like right up there by that window over there. This time, Lynn is drinking a beer, but back then it was a root beer because. How old were you when we started dating?
I had just turned 20,
yeah.
So I was not able to have beers on our date.
On our first date, I got the chicken Alfredo, so that's what I got this time. Mike got a cheeseburger. Who would have ever guessed?
Bacon cheeseburger.
Okay, bacon cheeseburger, and that's so he got that. Look at that behind.
See something like?
Yeah. Well, this is different.
Revisiting the mall, which anybody anywhere probably knows that malls are pretty much dying.
Yeah, they're a dying breed, and Sandusky is at the top of that dying list, and it has been for a while.
I've kind of hijacked. This was our anniversary weekend.
Yeah.
And made it all about me.
Now it's all about freaking Mike. Like, jeez. Not about
and
us.
how great I am and how lucky you are to have me.
Right. This is where Mike actually bought my ring.
The engagement ring.
Well, that was weird.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Well, that was weird, and you said it. That's weird.
Well, that's because we've been together almost 20 freaking years, so.
I remember, like, when I was 16, 17, 18 years old, coming to the mall and going to, like, the music stores and stuff, which those are all gone.
Yeah, that's all online now.
And now it's all carpeted, like you had mentioned we got in there. They carpeted the mall.
Yeah, it's better for the mall walkers. There's like half the stores are closed, which I get, it's a mall, but they had like a freaking trade show or something going on.
They
It was
just had, like,
very awkward.
Like tables set up where people were selling their like handmade
Yeah.
things.
Yeah, there was everything there.
If it wasn't for that going on this weekend, I bet you would have been dead.
It was not the mall that I remember, but I wasn't expecting it to be.
So many stores were closed. It was
Or different.
yeah. I remember coming to the mall and going to Radio Shack
Yeah.
because I was a nerd.
Whatever, nerd. Well, we now know it was a craft show.
More like a crap show.
Back at the campground, and Mike, surprise, said he wanted to get some ice cream. So we're gonna go in and check out what they got, see what it looks like inside.
I couldn't pick just one.
Big surprise.
Yeah, so
we got-
Toff's is a local
Yep.
ice cream place. That's where we should have went. We should have went to Toff's.
Yeah, there's always tomorrow. I mean, you do love your ice cream.
I kind of like it a little.
Something that I like though is that when you got this or anything in their store, they said, do you want to just charge it to the card that's on file?
Yeah, she said, what's ID in? 93. Okay, charge it to that card. Out
And
you go.
we're like, yeah. She's like, hey, you're good to go. I'm like, okay, that was pretty smooth. I do like that. Something I do happen to love about our new real lead chairs is this feature right here. Insulated. Perfect. Got one on deck. Unfortunately, Mike was sitting out here, but his allergies are just really wicked today. June seems to have gotten worse as the years have gone on, but he's inside in the AC because his eyes were super itchy and watery. He takes Claritin D every day and it was still pushing through it, so he might have to go to the doctor and get something a little stronger than Claritin to help deal with this, because, and I feel bad for him because he looks and sounds miserable. Since it is our anniversary weekend, I'm going to be making something a little special. Move that. I am going to be making a rum cake. This is probably one of my favorite desserts. It's probably my favorite type of cake, actually. And Mike also loves it. I actually have everything that I need to make it already stocked up here in the race. Didn't even think about it. Mike was like, you know what sounds really good right now? A rum cake. And I was like, I think I got you. Got you, boo. So, got my pecans, got a new bottle of rum, pudding, and cake mix, oil, milk, all the fixin', eggs, everything. So let's get to it. I have my convection preheated to 325 degrees. I have my bump pan greased and floured, ready to go. And I'm gonna add the pecans while Guy cries non-stop. You're gonna take your chopped pecans and put about a cup or so in the bottom of your greased and floured bump pan. 1 package of cake mix. I usually just use whatever yellow there is, and a package of vanilla instant pudding. Now I'm adding 1 cup of milk, 4 eggs, 1/2 cup of vegetable oil, and a half cup of rum. You can use light rum, dark rum. I've used both. Doesn't seem to make any difference whatsoever. And mix it up nice and good like. And once it's all thoroughly combined, pour it into your bundt pan and then throw it in the oven. It's going to have to bake for at least 45 minutes to an hour depending on your oven or your convection settings, however it works. I tend to have to use this at the exact temperature but a little bit longer sometimes, and it works out perfectly. So if you're doing something like this and you have a question, feel free to leave a comment below and I can do my best to help you out. I've made this before. It's turned out amazing. If you have any questions about cooking in your convection microwave / oven, feel free to ask me any questions and I'll do my best to help you out. Oh man, look at that beauty. What do you think there, Mikey?
Ready.
You ready? I got my glaze right here ready to be poured on. Pipe's ready too. She's that ready. All right, there you go. Got it?
Yep. Oh, man, that's a big piece.
Maybe we can share.
Yeah. It's good. It's still, like, I don't want to say hot, really warm.
Well, yeah, I mean, it just came out a little bit ago. I made you some grilled cheese for dinner because we're adults and we can do that.
Grilled cheese and rum cake.
Yeah. It's about that time where we start getting packed up again. This campground might be fairly new, but I think it's gonna become very popular. I liked it because right now it's not that popular yet, so it's fairly quiet. They do take seasonals and we're right next to one right now. That's one thing I've never understood is why campgrounds will put people stacked up. When there's all these open sites around, they want to put everyone right next to each other. I'm not a fan of that. Mike's not a fan of that. And I'm pretty sure most of these people here are not a fan of that. Now, if it's a full house, yeah, you're not going to get away from it and that's completely fine. But when it's not, put some spaces in between each camper that comes in. Like, come on, let's be a little nice about this. No one wants to be stacked on top of another neighbor when there's 100 other sites open. Every site does come with its own barbecue, which is kind of nice. We didn't use it because we normally don't bring charcoal, but if you're a charcoal lover, this is a campground for you because every single site is full hookup. Every single site has a fire pit, nice picnic table. I am a little salty, a little bummed because I really wanted to go into the pool and hot tub yesterday, but it really wasn't that warm out. So I was like, well, we can still do the hot tub. That's perfect for that. And then Mike's allergies got so bad he couldn't even sit outside. So I wasn't gonna go do that and leave him here. I like to do that, you know, together. So that was a bummer and I'm sure you guys are disappointed, but I'll try to make it up to you in another video. Next time on Wandering Wagners. This has already been rather eventful, to say the least. I have several new ones that I haven't worn yet. And
Several?
Yes.
You have like an entire drawer.
I do have an entire drawer, but there's several new ones.